Hey guys, Matt here at Juice Joyrides. In this video, I'm going to show you my experience with the 54 tooth sprocket on the Sur Ron. The purpose of installing a larger sprocket is to get faster acceleration. Oh my goodness. But the trade-off is you get a lower top speed. Later in this video, I'm going to show you the top speed as well as how it accelerates. Also, I'm going to show you some of the problems I encountered while installing it and the install process in general. At the end of this video, I'll talk about whether it's worth it or not to install the 54 tooth on the Sur Ron. I'm also going to show you the weight difference in these sprockets. And I should mention my Sur Ron is not stock, so I will be going over what I've modified on my Sur Ron. Just got the Warp 9 54 sprocket, and here is the 4 chain links that you need to get this thing to fit on there. Took the battery out, threw the spike up on here, and now found the master link here, popped this off. Personally, I found that using pliers and putting it just kind of like this, and squeezing, popped it right off. Oh, come here, you. Next, I grab the pliers, pull this thing off, set it here. And now you gotta grab those 2 little O-ring pieces off and don't lose them. Boy, is this chain dirty. Another thing worth mentioning is while taking the chain off the Sur Ron, I realized how bad the original one actually is. It's extremely stiff, and I'm sure there's a ton of power loss in the drivetrain, so I decided to order a new one. I have a new video coming soon when I install the new chain on the Sur Ron about how to install it and also the results of installing it. 17mm socket wrench, get it on there nice and good. Got the wheel off. There's the 48 tooth original, and here is the 54 tooth. And my goodness, are these bolts tight. I could not get this at all. What I did is I got a separate one and attached it onto a wrench for extra leverage, this extra long wrench lever. All 5 of the bolts on the original sprocket were incredibly tight. I don't know if it was some sort of thread locker on there or what, but my goodness. Wow. This is crazy. Make sure you got that fully inserted. Definitely don't want to strip one of these bolts out. Jeez. Finally got them all off. See how much this thing weighs. I can tell the new one weighs less. It says 503 grams for the stock 48 tooth. Dang, 245 grams. Huge difference. All right, got it on there. Use that same technique with the big wrench there to kind of tighten them down in a star pattern. And here's the final product. Chain is maybe a little bit too tight. Dang. All right, let's take this thing out. All right, so first impressions on the 54 tooth coming from the original 48. The GPS isn't working down here underground in the parking garage, but we'll get outside in just a moment. Feels a little bit zippier already. I should mention the old top speed was 53 miles per hour measured on the GPS, and that was after putting these Shinko 244 tires on. So now the top speed will probably be a little bit slower would be my guess. Hopefully not too much slower, but hopefully we're gonna get a lot more acceleration, and we are on a full charge. Feel a little bit nervous about giving it full throttle. Oh yeah, can definitely tell it's accelerating quicker. Wow, yeah, I can feel that extra acceleration. Oh wow, yeah, no question about it. Let's see how easy the wheel comes off. I'm gonna slide back on the seat a little bit here and see how easy it pops a wheelie. A little bit nervous. Oh yeah, front wheel just comes right off the ground under acceleration, not even pulling back on the handlebars at all. So I'm rolling at 7 miles an hour right now, 8 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. Let me just goose it. Oh, geez. Yeah. So yeah, definitely the result on the low end I was looking for. Oh my goodness, wow. Holy smokes, this thing is, yeah, definitely livened up a little bit on the low end. Oh my goodness. Huge difference going to 54. So I want to get outside the parking garage now and see what it's like at higher speeds. Hopefully we're not losing too much. Actually, what I want to do here is slide up forward on the seat. I'm all the way forward on the seat and then give it some acceleration. Rolling at 5 miles an hour on the front of the seat. I weigh 195 pounds. So the front came up just barely off the ground. I heard the front tire scrape. So after putting the Shinko 244 tires on, I noticed that the acceleration was a little bit slower because the Shinko 244 tires weigh about 6 pounds or so in change, whereas the original stock tires weigh 4 pounds and change. So the Shinkos actually weigh 50% more. On the front of the seat, wow, front end comes right up. My goodness, the torque. Whoa, this thing is freaking crazy. Not that it wasn't crazy before, but my goodness. Power wheelie all the way, wow. All right, we gotta go for a little bit of a top speed run now. So here's GPS speed. I just recalibrated everything. I actually measured the circumference, put down like a tape measure and everything. So the speedometer on the eggrider matches up perfectly with the GPS. Of course, we got a Prius that's not sitting at the place you should be sitting to change the light. Should I goose it? Yeah, whatever. Let's just go. All right, so that was like right about 50 miles an hour. Basically didn't really lose any top end at all according to what the GPS there was showing. I think this one might have been reading a little bit higher than 50. I have to say going 54 tooth seems super worth it right now. Also, I should mention I am on the stock battery, which is bypassed in a BAC 4000 controller. So I have my limit set to 7,000 watts. Yeah, power wheelies all day long. As expected, the bigger sprocket made the low end acceleration much more lively. It only reduced the top speed from 53 miles per hour down to about 49 or 50 miles per hour. Cruising down the road at middle range speeds, I can tell that the bike wants to go just a little bit slower. For my style riding, I rarely ride over 40 miles per hour, so it makes a lot of sense to install this sprocket for me. If you guys have any questions or comments about this bike, please leave them down in the comments section. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe because I have a lot more content on the Sur Ron and other electric motorcycles coming soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.